Hi, baby. Hi, Zoe. I tried to smell it. I don't smell anything. Yun nga. Ay, ikaw. Ala ka, may fever ka pa. Charot. Good morning, guys. Hello. Welcome to my channel. It's Mizzy and
Jade.
So we are going to talk about COVID. As you can see, medyo iba yung quality ng voice ko right now because we all got positive for COVID. And this is our day 6. So we made this video not to give people an idea on how the COVID kindly progressed. We are both vaccinated in April this year, and we are very thankful still that we only have mild symptoms. But we were gonna tell you guys what happened days prior to our COVID testing. My mother-in-law, Jade, and I got COVID positive, and then Chloe was the first one that was sick. So Wednesday morning, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I feel like Chloe was a little bit warm. So I wake up Jade and I told him that. So I checked her temperature and it was 100.4. So I told Jade, I think Chloe has a fever. So 100.4 Fahrenheit. So I immediately undress her a little bit, and then I didn't sleep that night, and I just basically monitor her. And she didn't have any symptoms after that, just the low grade fever until that Wednesday afternoon when I noticed that she has some runny nose. And then I started to give her Tylenol. Of course, I sent a message to her pediatrician, and then we made an appointment, like a virtual appointment, Thursday. And that Thursday, she still has on and off low-grade fever, but she's responding to Tylenol that I've been giving her. So the doctor said that it could just possibly a cold, because of her symptoms, a low-grade fever, runny nose, and sneezing. But she still eats. Her appetite doesn't affect. She's a little bit irritable, but there's no like an emergency reason for them to like see her, just to monitor her. So days passed. She got better Friday morning. The whole day she didn't have any low-grade fever. She has still a little bit of runny nose. And then that's where all the symptoms started to show up on us. So I think, is it Mom was the first time? I was the first one who got symptoms.
Yeah, that morning she was the first
Friday morning. So Friday morning, Chloe and I were downstairs, and Mama came down. She said that her tonsils is a little bit painful or sore. So I gave her some lozenges, and then I immediately messaged my husband and told her that Mama has some tonsils pain. And then when was your symptoms started?
The day that I feel my body aching was Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, when I went to swim. I went out for a swim Saturday around lunchtime.
Oh.
And then I took a shower after swimming, and then after I was resting on the couch, I felt so tired.
And mine started Saturday late afternoon, kind of like feeling fatigue, or I'm gonna have a fever. So I took some cold and flu medicine because I was like, if Chloe has a cold, then we might get the colds from her. So I took that, and then Sunday morning we all have sneezing, watery eyes.
I remember one thing. Lunchtime Friday, I went to work, but before going back to work, I gave Chloe a kiss. And then a couple of hours after that, I was at work and I felt down. I felt like my body was, the feeling of needing coffee in the morning. It's the same feeling.
So it's more likely that your symptoms kind of like appear on Friday.
And then, Friday. And then, but by the time I got home Friday, I was okay. I didn't feel anything. I went back to work Saturday and...
Yeah, half day.
Yeah, half a day. I was fine. I was fine all day.
So, Saturday, we are all we have runny nose, we are sneezing, we feel tired. We all started to take cold and flu medicine. And then Chloe is better. She has no runny nose, no low-grade fever. She is back being so playful.
Taas ng boses, ha?
Like nothing happened. Like she's back. But all of us were kind of like, oh, feels like all of us were like bang, 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 the three of us. So Sunday late afternoon, I heard my mother-in-law. I heard Mama that she is coughing already. And Jade, she asked us if we can like drive us to CVS to pick up some cough medicine. So I was like, I think we all need to get tested. So they agree, and we went to an urgent care. At first, I was trying to schedule us on CVS pharmacy or any pharmacy for PCR. There are two types of tests for COVID. The PCR is the one that they take, and they check for antigen. I believe antigen. Is it right?
No. The one that we got is the antigen.
Oh, the rapid test is the antigen. But the PCR is the one that you're going to take. They're going to swab you. It will take longer to get the result, usually 2 to 3 days. And then the rapid test is the one that you can get 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours. But there was no available appointment on that day, Sunday, in any other pharmacy locations near us. So I was like, let's go ahead and go to the urgent care. So I called the urgent care to see what, like, are they accepting a walk-in or whatever. And it says in there that they stop testing as asymptomatic or no symptoms patients for COVID tests. Only if you have at least 2 of the COVID symptoms, which we do. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and go to this urgent care. So we all went there. I was the first one who got swabbed, and you're the next one, and then Mama. All of us, like me and Jade and Chloe is in the same room, and then Mama is in another room. But Chloe wasn't tested. So when the doctor came in and told us, no, when he was assessing me, actually, he said that I got COVID. But part of me was like in denial. I did not hear the part of I got COVID. What I heard was unless you have a COVID, because he said you have to isolate for 10 days, blah, 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 blah. And then I heard unless you have COVID. And then my husband was like, I'm sorry, what? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then I was the one who answered. The doctor did not. So I said, unless you have a COVID. So for me, I feel like they are still waiting for my result, and then I don't know yet if I have a COVID, but the doctor already told us, and I just had a selective hearing because I think I was still in denial. And then the doctor talked to my husband. What did he say to you?
You have COVID too.
So then when I heard that the doctor told him that he has COVID, I was like, am I positive too? He said, yeah. And then he's the one who answered me that I have COVID. So at that point, I was like, is it really right? So we wait for my mother's, for my mother-in-law result. And
actually, when I found out about my result or our result, I came to my mom. I had to tell her that we're already positive, because knowing my mom, she'll get nervous, she'll get all scared.
She's gonna
if she find out about her result and not about ours. So I told her there's a big chance that you're also going to be positive. So that way, before she even see the doctor, she knows what to expect.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna help her emotionally to hear the bad news. And I think at that point, her blood pressure is a little bit higher, because I think she's already thinking about, like, it's, you really can't explain the feeling when you know that you have a COVID, especially us, because we have a little one in our home. She was never tested. The only thing that was told her when she started showing symptoms is that she possibly have a cold. And I am very thankful that I listened to my, there's a second voice whispering, telling me to go get tested because you don't know. So I think my husband asked the doctor about Chloe, like how it will be for her being surrounded with COVID patients. And the doctor said there's more likely Chloe has the virus too. It's either the colds that were the cold symptoms that she had are actually the symptoms of COVID, and then she just got recovered quickly, or she has the virus and she is just asymptomatic, like a carrier. And as long as she's eating good, she's having normal wet diapers, we are fine. We just have to monitor our symptoms, isolate ourselves, and just continue with our lives. And at that point, my mind was kind of like keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. I was like still in denial. What if Chloe has only colds at that point, first week prior to that? And what if now that we have COVID, we might pass the virus to her? So we did research, we read a lot, and then we found out that children and babies have a different reaction to COVID. They are they are less likely to get seriously ill compared to adults. Is that right?
Well, it depends on who's researching, but more research agrees with that. There's some research said that babies react worse, but
yeah, it's really hard.
It's really confusing.
It's really confusing. It adds fear. It adds anxiety. It's a mess. So I quit reading actually because I was like, I can't handle too much emotional stress and mentally stress. I can't. I quit reading. So I sent a message to my to Chloe's pedia, and she said that unfortunately they're more likely Chloe has the virus, but as long as she is good, or she's not showing any emergency symptoms or complications of COVID, and us too, we should be fine. So let's talk about our days prior to us getting tested, because knowing that we have a little baby at home, we don't really go out a lot compared to what we've been doing before Chloe was born and before this pandemic happened. But that weekend prior to all these things happened, we went out to see some friends, correct?
Yes, we did.
So we are vaccinated in April, and there's a research said that if you're breastfeeding and you get the COVID vaccine, there's a chance that that vaccine might be able to go pass through the baby. So Saturday we went to get together with my friends, and most of them are nurses as well, and they are all vaccinated. And we admit that we kind of like
let our guards down.
Yeah, we let our guards down. We didn't wear masks because we know them. They don't have symptoms, and they're all vaccinated. So that was happening Saturday, and then we went home.
Yes.
And then Sunday afternoon, we went out to see some friends. I have a little bit of dance rehearsal, and of course we lower our guards too. No mask. And then we also let other people give her some fruit, but it doesn't matter at that point. But anyway, and then Monday, I went to a salon to get my hair done while they were out, but they did not mingle to anybody, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We went to church. We went to the park.
The church has no other people in there. It's just them.
Yeah, it's an empty church. We just went there to pray. Then we went to the park, and it was a pretty empty park. There's nobody around.
Are you wearing your mask that time?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just only me and Chloe. And then we went to Target. Of course, I was wearing my mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. We went to the Oriental store, pick up some food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that picture.
But we were wearing a mask the whole time, and the whole time I was sanitizing. I was lightly sanitizing Chloe because I really don't want chemical on her skin. So pretty much, whatever I got left on my hand.
And she doesn't touch anything too. Anyway, while I was inside the salon, I was wearing my mask the whole time, and it took like maybe I was there for 4 hours.
Yes.
And then we went home, and then I was still off on Tuesday. He went back to work on Tuesday. Wednesday morning, that's when Chloe had a low-grade fever, like 4:30 in the morning. Tuesday night, my mama came home from California, but she has no symptoms. She was wearing her mask the whole time on her travel. But as you see, you really can't tell on how did you get the virus. It's either Chloe was the first one who got the virus, or it's either we already got the virus and Chloe was the first one
to show reaction,
to show some symptoms. But at that point, you don't really care how and who did bring the virus. It's more of like we all want to get better. It doesn't matter if you brought the virus home, I brought the virus home, Chloe took the virus from others and brought it home. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is we all want to get better. We all want to be healed and recover. And we don't want Chloe to get sick again. So at first I was like, I don't want to tell anybody that we got COVID positive. Honestly, I don't want. I felt like all the precautions that we did before during the pandemic, when the pandemic was so high and I was pregnant until the Chloe was born, all the precautions that they did, I felt like we are defeated. I was defeated because Chloe got sick. My goal is not to see Chloe being sick. So I was like, I don't want to tell to anybody that we got COVID. So we were supposed to go to Myrtle Beach this coming weekend, but I have to tell to others that we can't go, that we have to cancel. And I know that they're gonna ask why, and I was like, I don't want to tell them. I am still in denial. I have a mixed emotion. I am in denial. I didn't get COVID, but we got COVID. I feel like I was defeated by this virus and all the precaution that we did before. Like, nothing. So I was like, do I have to tell to other people? And it takes us few hours to kind of like really jump into it and tell them what happened, so that way they can monitor themselves, because we don't know if we got them exposed or not. So I took the courage to send the message and the story of what happened to those two groups that we see, so that way we know that they are monitoring themselves, and if they have to be checked, at least they can decide if they want to be checked. I have to be, I need to be a responsible adult, because no one wants to get sick. No one wants to get the virus. So if we are exposed, we got them exposed, they have to know. So that way they can take precautions. They can do what they need to do in order not to spread the virus if we got them infected or if we get them exposed. They have little ones. They have elders in their home as well. I don't want them to feel what I am feeling right now. So I took the courage to send the message, and I am thankful that none of the group experiencing any symptoms until now. So I felt relieved at that time. You want to add anything?
Yeah, let's talk about the progression. I think it's pretty important for them to know how it progresses for us that's fully vaccinated with. My mom has Moderna. We got the Pfizer.
My mom has Moderna in February.
Yeah.
We both got the Pfizer in April.
So, first day of the symptoms was Saturday. With feeling tired.
Yeah, feeling tired.
Sunday for me, Sunday morning, itchy throat, feeling tired, but the energy was still there. It's just not a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So Monday, if we're counting the actual day from the day that we got tested, then Monday would be our second day.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, you're not getting any better. You still have some. Monday, I start having cough.
So, you start having so you and Mama start having cough.
Yeah.
I think Mama Sunday morning, she will start having cough. That's why she asked to drive her to a pharmacy and get a cough medicine. But we instead go to the urgent care. And then you started to have cough Monday morning.
Yes.
And I didn't have any cough, but I have nasal congestion, and I'm still tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still tired. I fatigue. I don't feel like feverish, but there's no energy.
day 3, we're still not getting better. You can take medicine. We're taking
The Tylenol, colds and flu severe.
I'm not sure if it's helping mentally, but the symptoms are not getting any better.
Yeah, it's still the same.
Still the same. It's hard to sleep with an itchy throat, runny nose,
Congested nose.
congested, and we have a 2-story house, and that's all it needs to use up all that energy.
When you walk up the stairs, especially when you're carrying Chloe, up as soon as you get up to the 2nd level, you are catching your breath.
Yeah, I try to swim every day, and all it takes is 1 lap. We got a pool that's 36 feet long, so back and forth. That's all it need. And by the time you get back, you're catching all your breath. Your heart is pounding, and you felt like you just run a mile. Day number 4 is probably the worst for us. We're not getting any better. Chloe is good. My mom had the same symptoms. Her cough got better during the day.
Day 3.
Day 4. My cough got better during the day. It's the same at night. Day number.
Wait lang. My day 4.
Yeah.
Because my symptoms.
Yeah, we're still on day 4.
Yeah, because my symptoms is different with your symptoms.
Yeah.
I didn't have a cough. During day 3, I actually tried to not to take the medicine because I feel like this is a little bit better than yesterday.
Excuse me.
So I'll try to not to take the medicine until 12 noon. And I was like, when 12 noon hits, I was like, I'm still feeling fatigue, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take another medicine. But then on day 3, I really didn't take any medications. My energy is a lot better. My nasal congestion is a lot better. So we're eating fruits. Mama is really good. She is cooking our ulam with soup or sabaw every day. We higop sabaw, and that really helps. We eat tinola, sinigang, tinolang isda. Yeah, it really good. And then we have a lot of lemons, so I squeeze every lemons in the fridge, so that way if you want to have warm lemonade, so we do that every day. Mama was doing suob, so apparently my brother in the Philippines got COVID and has severe symptoms, but he had been recovered now. So he told us that his symptoms was progression, and he is recommending to do suob. And apparently Mama has some friends too. Hi, baby. Hi, Sasawi. So Mama was doing suob every night, and he said it felt good when she does that because all her powis, sweaty, nasal congestion, like it helps her. But we didn't really even try to have it because when we shower, it's really hot, and you feel like you're gonna be like you're in the steam room, so it kind of like the same effect. But we drink a lot of water. We eat a lot of fruit.
Yes, fruits every day.
Our ulam has always sabaw.
Yeah.
And
we would like to thank friends that gave us fruit.
So when they found out, our church member, when they found out that we have COVID and we are on isolation, of course, I heard no hesitation. She drive here. I was like, she was like, do you need anything? And I was like, of course, we don't want to bother anybody. And they have their own lives that they need to take care of too. So, like, no, I think we're good right now. But you know what she did? She drive over here and dropped some fruits for us. And we felt like very, very thankful to her. Thank you so much for dropping those fruits. It really helps us. There's oranges, papaya, and grapes, which are high in vitamin C that we actually need. Thank you. So yeah, day 3 I don't take any medications, and day 4 I don't take any medications anymore. But day 4 afternoon, we were watching movie, and I'm about to take my vitamin C. So we all take vitamin C even before COVID happened. And I was like, it's a powder, it's a vitamin C powder that you dissolve it in the water. And before I drink it, I always smells it. And I was like, I don't smell it. And I went to the restroom, and I'm still thinking like, why I don't smell my vitamin C? So I go ahead and open the hand sanitizer. At first, I lather a good amount of hand sanitizer in my hand, and then I try to smell it. I don't smell anything. And then I open the hand sanitizer bottle and then smell it. I didn't smell anything, but I felt like the strong like went all the way up to my nose.
Yeah, the minty.
I can't smell anything, but I felt the strong sensation like all the way up to my nose, like when you smell an alcohol or anything. So anyway, when that happened, I was like, I got scared for a few seconds and panicked for a few seconds. I go ahead and wash my hands, and good amount of, we have a lavender scent hand soap. I lather that, and I can still smell anything. So I wash my hand, and then I don't think my husband heard me. I screamed, honey, I can't smell anything. And then I went to the sink. At the sink, I have a eucalyptus lotion that when you use it, you will smell it. Even you're far away, you can really smell it. And I was like doing this, and I can't smell anything. And then I think that's the time you heard me that I can't smell anything. I went upstairs. I used all my perfume bottles, spray it in here. I spray it in my face. I can't smell anything. So I was like, can you smell anything? And he did try the same thing too.
Yeah, I thought I was fine. I thought I didn't have that until I tried it. At first, I did the same thing. Grab a perfume, spray it on my wrist, try to smell it, and nothing. So I picked up a few different things, and I could not smell anything. That was scary.
That was scary because I was like, I thought we're getting better. Our symptoms are getting better. Our energy is coming back. Then why we lose our sense of smell at this time? And then Mama has the same thing too. And then we kind of like talk about it, and we noticed that our taste is not like 100% that you taste the food. There are some tastes that it's missing, right?
Yeah.
Our food is a little bit bland. It's not totally bland. I would say like 80%. You still got your taste back, correct?
Yeah, and
our symptoms.
When we're reading the progression online, we thought that we have a mild symptom.
Yeah.
But we were actually following the progression. We are still there, so that was scary. That our day 4 is exactly the same as everybody else.
Research,
yeah, day 4. The ones that's not vaccinated have the same progression as us.
Who are vaccinated.
But our symptoms are just milder. We're still hoping that the worst is over, but we're only in day number
6 right now, but so far we're good. But yeah, losing your sense of smell while your all other symptoms are getting better was really scary. I can't sleep that night thinking about what is next, what is next for us the next day. And my husband was telling me, I don't want to go on day 5 because I'm scared.
Yeah. I think I stayed up till 1 in the morning. It's not that I want to stay up.
You can't sleep. Your mind just keep thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and it makes you more scared.
So vaccination helps. But this will be only a first part of our video. We're gonna try to continue our journey into once we get to the second week and give you all an update.
So yeah, we're on day 6 right now. Our energy is better. Our nasal congestions are better. There's still a little bit of sipon, but way better. We still don't have the sense of smell right now, and have a little bit of sense of taste. So my work called me yesterday, and they are aware with my conditions, and with the loss of sense of smell, they told me to do an smelling exercises, which you will sniff into lemon, eucalyptus, rose, and cloves, like 4 snips, 3 to 4 times a day, to kind of like train your senses, your sense of smell again, and hopefully it's gonna go back. But still thankful that we didn't have any fever, we didn't have any body aches, and more especially with Mama, because she's elder and she has a higher risk of developing complications. I am thankful to the Lord, and that Chloe is as well is better now. So we will try to document our symptoms, so that way everyone knows what to expect and what to do. And I am telling you guys, get your vaccines. It helps to alleviate the symptoms. It helps the COVID from being worse. And even though you're vaccinated, you still have to wear your mask. Even though the people you are surrounded with are vaccinated, you have to wear your mask, because you don't know if the person is a carrier or not. Protect yourselves, protect your loved ones, get your vaccines, wear your mask. If you can, social distance. I know you miss your friends, you miss your families, but if you have an option, stay at home.
And then if you got a baby, protect them, because they're not vaccinated. You don't want them to pick up anything from vaccinated people.
Right. So day 6, we'll let you know if something happens, and hope we're all getting better.